Hi, I'm Richard Hooks, a zoology major from Solon, Ohio. That's near Cleveland. I'm here to talk with you about undergraduate research at Miami. You might have heard staff and faculty mention opportunities for undergraduate research if you attended summer orientation. Miami is unique because we encourage all full-time undergraduate students to participate in research and scholarly projects with faculty members. Undergraduate research allows students to engage in hands-on learning and actually creating new knowledge alongside your professors and classmates. Sounds interesting, right? The idea of undergraduate research is probably new to you, so I figured you might have a few questions. For example, you might be wondering what type of work you might be doing in a research experience, or how you might benefit from participating. Maybe you're wondering how to get involved with undergraduate research, or whether you need to have a certain major in order to participate. Well, we're about to answer all those questions and more. Dr. Del Rio Sonis is a professor here in the zoology department. Her research interests are in the field of developmental biology and tissue regeneration. The students in her lab are researching the ability of embryonic chicks to regenerate the entire retina from the eye after surgical removal. Dr. Del Rio Sonis and her students have shown that stem cells that are left behind after surgery can divide and give rise to all the cell layers of the mature retina. Currently, students in her lab are examining how the stem cells bring about this regeneration. Why is this research valuable? Well, these research findings can lead to the development of therapies for treating and curing retinal diseases in humans. As you can imagine, it can be expensive to perform this type of research. So where do they get all the money to do all this cool research? Well, the lab's work is supported by the National Institutes of Health, the National Eye Institute, and the National Institute of Aging, who, along with Dr. Del Rio Sonis and her students, hope to develop therapy techniques for retinal diseases. Here's one example of a common technique performed in Dr. Del Rio Sonis' lab. It's called a retinectomy, and this is where the retina is surgically removed from an embryonic chick that's developing within an eggshell. To perform this surgery, you need forceps, a microscope to better see the eye, and steady hands. You begin by separating the layers of the membranes until reaching the embryo. Carefully, the retina is removed. Then, the egg is returned to an incubator for further development. The embryos are removed at various stages to study how the eye regenerates. In addition to conducting procedures like retinectomies, students who are involved with undergraduate research participate in lab meetings to present their data and discuss interpretations. Sometimes, these meetings allow students to think of new ideas and new directions for their work, and this definitely helps in developing communication and presentation skills. Each year, proposals are written on specific research projects which are submitted to a research office at Miami for funding. At the end of each academic year, data is compiled into posters that the students present at the Undergraduate Research Forum for the Miami and local communities. Sometimes, the posters are also presented at national or regional conferences. As you can tell, undergraduate research is more than just conducting experiments. It's about developing hypotheses, testing through experimentation, refining the model, and developing new hypotheses based on data that are obtained.
And we're trying to figure out at the cellular molecular level how and why it regenerates. And undergraduate students that get involved in my lab can basically play many different roles in the lab. They can perform the surgeries, they can do some of the cellular molecular analysis, and usually I work closely with them and my graduate students, so I put them together as partners, so they become a partnership, and they learn how to ask the specific questions that are on the table. For example, what this particular molecule might do during the process of regeneration. And so it is a partnership between the graduate student and the undergraduate student and the faculty. We have a lot of interactions. We actually do have meetings that at the one-to-one basis, as groups and as a whole lab. And we also promote students to write their own grants, because at Miami University we have a lot of opportunities for undergraduate research, and there's monies that are available for that. So they can write their own proposals with the help of the faculty or the graduate advisor, and they can also present their research at the Undergraduate Research Forum at the end of the year.
So undergraduates at Miami get involved at various stages in their career. They can be sophomores who get involved or juniors who get involved, and you don't have to wait until you get to that stage. You can be a first year, an incoming freshman looking for undergraduate research opportunities. How do you find those? Usually at orientation, we have a table, and what you should be looking for is the first year research experience program. We will have brochures that describe the program. We have a whole list of mentors that are available who have already signed up to mentor undergraduates and mentor first year students. So you should be looking for that information through that brochure. This program, FIRE, is also advertised in the on Miami's website, research website, and we should have links to that as well. Students do not have to be in a particular major to get involved in research. You can be a science major and you can be doing research in a social science with a social science faculty mentor. You could be an engineering student working in a biochemistry lab. You could be an anthropology student doing research in biochemistry. So really it depends on how interested you are in the topic. It depends on you finding a match with your mentor who's willing to take you on, and it requires that you have an interest in pursuing undergraduate research here at Miami. So as long as you have an interest, we can find you a mentor in pretty much any discipline. You could be an undeclared major and we can find you someone to work with.
New students should get involved in undergraduate research because getting involved in research really gives you a different angle on concepts that you're learning in your classes. And whether or not you actually want to pursue research as a career, it really exposes you to what it's like, and it really can change your mind. Like, I know for me, I am pretty dead set on going to medical school, so I knew I wanted to do that, but I wasn't sure about research, but I figured I'd give it a try. And from being in this lab, I actually learned that I really enjoy it, and it's definitely something I want to do with a career. So now I'm looking at programs that give a combined MD and PhD, so I can keep that research alive through my career, as well as be a practicing physician.
Thanks for joining me today to learn more about undergraduate research at Miami. I hope this opportunity is one you'll keep in mind as you pursue your academic interests and work toward making the most of your Miami experience.